Good morning, Pequot Valley. My name is Kirsten, and I will be covering national news. Hurricane Michael made landfall on Wednesday around 2 p.m. northwest of Mexico Beach and just outside of Panama City. Hurricane Michael first made landfall as a Category 4 storm and had winds of up to 175 miles per hour, but was downgraded to a Category 1 as it went inland with maximum winds of 75 miles per hour. The storm is moving northeast at 20 miles per hour. Damaging winds continue to blow through parts of Florida and Georgia, while flooding remains a big threat. As of yesterday, Hurricane Michael was downgraded to a tropical storm. Now, Hurricane Michael has claimed 2 lives. There are currently 680,000 businesses and homes without power in Florida and Georgia. It will be days before we know for sure how much damage was caused. Now to Lindsay with another national news story.
I'm Lindsay, and I will be covering another national news story. President Trump picked a Supreme Court nominee, Brett Kavanaugh, who just got confirmed last Saturday by the Senate. Kavanaugh won in a 50-48 vote to get confirmed, which was the closest for a justice in over 100 years. The vote was close due to controversy surrounding the nominee, but in the end, the Senate decided he was worthy of being the next Supreme Court justice. Brett Kavanaugh is 53 years old and is now on the court for life. And now to Sarah for international news.
Hi, I'm Sarah, and I'll be talking international news. Earlier this week, Jamal Khashoggi, a Washington Post journalist, disappeared after going into the Saudi consulate in Istanbul, Turkey. Khashoggi was killed soon after he entered the consulate last Tuesday by a hit squad of 15 assassins who had flown in from Riyadh earlier that day. Last Saturday, the victim, talking in a conference in London, affirmed that the Saudis made a mistake encouraging President Donald Trump's deal of the century by promoting Abu Dhabi as the future capital of the Palestinian state. And he also added that it's not the Saudis' right to decide for them, no matter how much they control the payroll of Palestine. 22 U.S. senators have now signed a letter to Donald Trump to activate an investigation to determine whether human rights sanctions should be imposed on Saudi Arabia over Khashoggi's disappearance. This is not the first time that a Saudi exile was killed. As a journalist, he hated the false news pushed by the Saudi government, and his decision to speak the truth unfortunately got him killed. Now to Vic with local news.
Hi, I'm Vic, and this week I'm going to be talking about local news. Brooke Choi is PV football coach Choi's daughter and is fighting for her right to play football as a girl. Brooke is a 7th grader at Pope John Paul II Elementary School. Brooke has played for years, but now she wants to play football for the first time at that school. However, the Archdiocese of Philadelphia will not allow it, saying there is a possibility of immodest physical contact. Brooke said she was allowed to practice with the team, but once the players padded up, she was pushed to the side. Choi has stated that if the family wants her to be allowed to play, she should be permitted. Brooke just wants to show her love of football and play. Females have played for the teams before, but it was prior to 2014 when they adopted the new policy. The Choi family is prepared to sue if she is not allowed to play on the team. And now to Kara of politics.
Hello, I'm Kara, and this week in politics, the United States ambassador to the UN resigned. Nikki Haley was appointed by Donald Trump to represent the United States at UN meetings. According to President Trump, Nikki Haley had told the president 6 months ago that she was going to take a break for a year. She has stated that she did not resign because of personal reasons, but that she believes there is a time for government officials to step aside. In her statement, she said that it was an honor of a lifetime to represent the U.S. at UN conferences. Trump thanked her for her service and said she did a tremendous job. Haley is considered an eventual candidate to be President of the United States. That's all for this week, and now to Zach with business.
Hi, I'm Zach, and today in business, the Dow Jones stock prices dropped significantly as of filming. Dow had dropped over 1,000 points in the last 24 hours. Dow Jones includes companies like Netflix, Amazon, and Nike, all of which dropped in value. Amazon in particular lost over $100 in stock value. Some believe this drop in stock is because of the rising trade tensions between China and the U.S. Others believe it is due to rising interest rates. That's all in business, and now to John with science.
Hi, I'm John, and today I will be talking to you about This Week in Science News. A seed was discovered in a 550-year-old Indian necklace from South America. Scientists took the seed and planted it, and the plant sprouted flowers. The bones around the site where it was found have been carbon dated to be around 550 years old. Since then, the scientists have tried growing much older plants, like a lotus plant from 13,000 years ago. The oldest is a 30,000-year-old plant that was found in the Siberian permafrost. Scientists continue to prove that seed banks could keep species alive in cold storage for future generations. That's all in science, and now to Andrew of sports.
Hi, I'm Andrew, and this week in sports I'll be talking about the McGregor and Khabib fight that happened last Saturday in UFC. It was an intense fight, with Khabib being the victor of the fight. At the end, Khabib ran out of the ring and started a fight with McGregor's coach and trainer. Then someone attacked McGregor in the ring. In the end, Khabib could potentially lose his $2 million payout from the fight. Also in sports, girls' tennis started districts yesterday, and the boys' soccer starts league playoffs on Saturday. Girls' soccer will also be preparing for district playoffs. That's all for this week in sports. Now Christian with entertainment.
Good day, this is Christian Zapata with entertainment news. Today we're covering some of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame nominees. Also, if you're a big fan of rock and roll music, you can actually vote for your favorite artists now. So the 2019 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame nominees are LL Cool J, Def Leppard, Janet Jackson, Radiohead, Rage Against the Machine, and MC5. If you're interested in seeing all the nominees and voting for them, go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame website to vote for your favorite artists. That's all for this brave new day. Have a good weekend.